Okay, hello Leo. This is going to be your general reading for October 2019. I have to admit it, I got really sick of doing love readings. It seems like maybe one of the reasons why for 3 months I just couldn't catch up with them all is because I didn't really want to be doing them. Sorry. And so I'm going back to basics, and I already picked your 6 cards because I tried to film this before, but the dog was crying too much, so I had to cut it short. You'll just have to trust me. I'm going to show you your 6 cards. I'm going to do a basic summary of your Aussie, a basic summary, a quick summary of your general reading for the month for all of you, and then I'm going to do a version of it that's in depth with these, using these as clarifiers. These are the Mexican Loteria cards, which is from a bingo game. And for your regular cards, I'm using the Gaian Tarot, which I already picked your cards. So here we go. This is for Leo rising, sun, and moon for October 2019. We'll see how things go with the dog. Unfortunately, my dog has severe separation anxiety where he howls and cries in the apartment when he's alone, and it bugs out my neighbors. So luckily for me, though, I'm able to bring my dog with me to work. I'm at work right now. So, okay, so for your central experience for October, you have the 7 of Fire. Your challenge is the Elder of Fire, which in other decks is considered the King of Wands. This is actually your court card. This is a Leo card. That's it. Ozzy, come here, boy. Ozzy. Ozzy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Chicken. Chicken. Treats. Come here, buddy. He's like, what? Come here. Come here. Then stop whining if you won't come over here. Okay. At the root of your being, this is worrisome. You have the 9 of Air. And for some reason, this one came out upside down, which almost never happens. So I'm assuming it was meant to be upside down. You have the Hanged Man upside down. And look, I always think it's funny because she or he is upright when they're upside down. We'll get into it. Your best possible outcome is the Ace of Earth. Very nice. And what is coming up for you in the future is another ace. You have 2 aces out of 6 cards. The Ace of Air. So I'm going to do this quick little summary, and then we'll get into the details. This may or may not resonate. You'll know if it does or not. So let me angle this down. That way, if it does buffer and my face starts morphing around, you don't have to see it. So, your central experience for October seems to be that you're extremely focused. You're trying to knock things out and get as many things done as possible. You are able to focus, stay steadfast, and to hit what you need to do piece by piece, bit by bit, one step at a time. You seem very determined to do this, or it's just a month where you're working a lot, possibly, or you just are very determined to carry out the actions that you need to take in order to reach your goals. Your challenge is your own court card, the Elder of Fire. I don't know, maybe you're feeling out of sorts, or you're not feeling as empowered as you normally do, or as fiery as you normally do. Maybe for some reason, expressing yourself is difficult this month, or being listened to for your wise counsel, or even simply knowing what to do. We'll get into the details. We'll find out more about this, but that's what I'm getting so far. At the core of your being, you seem very worried about something. This could be imagined worries, or imagined fears. This could also be something that really is going on for you. We'll get more into it in the detailed reading, but it does seem like you're troubled. Maybe you're having a hard time sleeping, or there's a lot of thoughts racing in your head, or you seem worried about something, or maybe possibly anxious. In the recent past, you may have felt as though things have been on hold for way too long. You would like to move forward, but it just seems like there's been a prolonged suspension. Or perhaps you've been having a hard time tuning in. Ozzy chicken, come here, buddy. Ozzy, come here, buddy. Do I have to put you in the apartment again? Okay. Maybe you're having a hard time receiving inspiration, or receiving some kind of clarity or information or spiritual messages that you need in order to get through something. Maybe you're feeling spiritually out of sorts, or you're just not feeling as receptive as you would like to be. Perhaps you've been extremely confused, or you haven't been sure what is actually happening. Ozzy, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, buddy. Trying to catch my dog, but he just keeps on whining, and then when I try to go deal with him, he runs away from me. My dog's weird. He gets bored in the store sometimes. I just took him out, so I have to go. Anyway, sorry, you guys. This is kind of a choppy reading. Your best possible outcome is for some kind of a new beginning that is concrete. This could be a new existence, a new life, a new job, a new home, a new location, a new way of approaching things. We'll get into it, but it looks good. An opportunity for growth. And in the future, it looks as though you have a brilliant idea, or your mind is transforming, or your mind is renewed, and you have a renewed sense of clarity. And possibly idea or a breakthrough that helps you to see things in a new way and makes you more aware of what's available to you. So let's get into the details. Let's find out what's going on with your central experience for October, which is the Seven of Fire. What are you focusing so diligently on? Let's see. What are they focusing so diligently on? What are they trying to knock out? Oh, wow, look at that. Those two came out together. Let me pick one more. Okay. What you are focusing so intently on and trying to do right now. You have the spider and the Apache. What you are focusing so diligently on these days is weaving a web, deciding to take matters into your own hands in whatever way that takes, whether it's through focusing your mind, focusing your actions, focusing your thoughts, into being ingenious and clever and building or weaving some kind of a web for yourself that will be able to take you forwards. In a spider's web, there is a spiral, and the spiral continuously moves forward and evolves. And so it seems as though you're trying to free yourself from a situation or free yourself from being trapped in a situation where you feel as though you haven't really been able to be yourself, or that you have been misunderstood, or that other people don't understand where you're coming from because you see things in a different way. You experience things in a different way. You want to go more with your wild, natural self and your natural instincts and what you're truly meant to do with your life. And so you're figuring out some kind of way to get out of the situation so that you can be in a position to be able to be fully yourself. And if other people don't understand where you're coming from, that's their problem, not yours. You seem very adamant about following your own path or doing what you are meant to do, regardless of what other people think. I'm also getting something about writing something or coming up with a strategy, or even using your words, weaving your words in a way that can convince other situations, people, into seeing things in a different way. It may be lecturing, it may be teaching, it may be writing, it may be speaking with people, having counsels. It could be speaking up for something that you feel needs to be spoken about. And also, considering the spider in the riddle says something like, stomp on it, don't let her get to me, or don't let her near me, implies that somebody, whether it's you or someone else, could be scared or misinterpreting the situation. And there may have been some misunderstandings where either you or they are expecting someone else to deal with it for you. But again, I'm getting, that's a very small percentage. What I really am getting here is that you're taking matters into your own hands. It's almost like the Apache saying, well, if you're too scared of the spider to deal with it, I'll just, instead of stomping on it, I'm just going to collect it and then put it outside to do whatever needs to be done and to not be afraid. Hopefully this is making sense. So let's look at why the Elder of Fire is your challenge this month, because that's your own court card. What does this Elder of Fire have to do with? I'm just going to ignore the whining. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm a single mom that I have an extremely busy schedule and I have a lot going on. This is the best that I can do. So if this is too difficult for you, you might as well just tune out. But I have to keep on going now. I can't stop now. The Libras were lucky because I had him in my apartment, so I could do that one, but then I knew he might need to go potty, so I brought him back in. I kind of regret it. Anyway, okay, let's look at this Elder of Fire. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Your challenge is the Elder of Fire, which is normally the gatekeeper of the hearth, or internal fires of passion and protection is what I'm getting from this one. This one could also be tradition as well with it. You have the Sun and the watermelon, which came out together. The riddle that comes along with the sun is that the sun is the roof of the poor. And the riddle that comes along with the watermelon is that a child, I forget what his name was, if his name was Juan or something else, ate so much watermelon and ate the watermelon until his belly was full, or his belly was big because he ate a ton of watermelon. What I'm getting from this is that you have perhaps taken some kind of a leadership role or spoken about something important to you that has to do with everyone having what they need, or with you having what you need. Perhaps you've been struggling money-wise, or you've been feeling poor, but also there's always love, sweetness, and other treasures in life that have nothing to do with money. And so it seems to me as though you have been focusing on your blessings that you do have, but you somehow want more. Or perhaps all of the hard work and effort that you've been putting into things and the things that you truly care about, because this is a challenge, it may be that you feel like you're not getting enough in return for what you're doing, or you're not being listened to for what you have to say, or your leadership is not being valued. It seems to me as if, I don't know why, but this feels like melancholy to me. You feel slightly like you've been battling with melancholy because things aren't turning out to be exactly how you expected. But there are sweet things there that you can focus on. And to go along with your own vitality, because the sun is your ruler after all, you might be feeling as though your vitality is low and you don't really have as much energy as you normally do, or you're not seeing the sweet things come to you as easily as you would like them to, especially considering you've put a lot of effort into something. Whether this is a job or a relationship or something to do with money, or what you're even just doing with your life in general, it seems as though you feel a little bit sad because things are not coming to fruition the way that you thought, or that you're struggling with a little bit of sadness. That might be because of this. You have the Scorpion in here. Maybe you feel as though your joy has been stolen from you, or that there's some icky energy around that doesn't feel safe. There may have been some kind of a toxic situation where you have felt undermined or misunderstood or even stung by others. And so this is cutting down on your happiness, obviously, and your sense of enjoyment in life. I want to find out more about this. This could even be that power has been abused, not on your behalf or not by you, but around you. And this is wearing at what you believe in or what brings you vitality. Okay, I want to know more about this Scorpion. I'm looking at that as more of a remedy. The Scorpion could be a Scorpio, you guys. Anyway, your remedy for all of that, when you start to feel sad, when you start to feel tired, when you are not sure if all of your effort is going to come to anything or if anyone is ever going to listen. Go out and go listen to some absolutely stunningly beautiful music. Listen to positive frequencies. Go out and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the things that are all around you. Maybe go out dancing. Distract yourself with something beautiful. Music is so healing when you listen to the right music or the right frequencies that really make you get tingles all over your whole body, where it's just, you can sometimes feel your crown chakra open up from amazing music. This will help you raise your own vibration, so when you start to feel low, you can regain your energy again. And even though certain things may have not worked out the way that you thought that they would, that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the good things that are all around you. Maybe go out with friends, or raise your vibration up by listening to beautiful vibrations. Okay. Ozzy, come on, buddy. Let's see what you're so worried about at your core. This is making me worry a little bit. Let me see if I can get more about this. What are you worried about? Oh, I just thought, I don't know, that you're afraid of letting down your elders or your ancestors, or that your elders have been striving so hard for generations towards some kind of way of life or cause or something, and you want to have them be proud of you, but somehow you feel like you're letting somebody down, or you're letting people down. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. There's that. What are they worried about? Oh my gosh. Ozzy. Okay. You're worried. You're possibly having trouble sleeping. You're having some anxiety. This seems like free floating stuff to me, where you sort of know where this is coming from, but it goes so deep, it's hard to kind of figure it out. Ozzy, come here, buddy. Ozzy, treat. Come here, buddy. You want a treat? Come here. Ozzy. Chicken. Hey, Ozzy. Come here, little buddy. Oh gosh, he keeps on running away from me. Sorry. If anyone's watching that is a single mother, you probably know what I'm having to deal with. Okay. This goes deep for you. This has to do with your emotions. And this also has to do with service, or wanting to help situations, or wanting to do something that is meaningful, as in filling up other people's cups, on quenching your own thirst for emotional comfort. Maybe you feel alone, or you're not getting as much emotional comfort as you would like, or somehow you're just not receiving the emotion or the water that you need. Or this is on your mind. What can you do, or how can you serve? You're afraid of being stuck in your situation for forever, or you're afraid that if you do go after what you want, or if you do something, that somehow you're going to be stopped, or you're going to be trapped in a situation, or that you'll be duped or tricked somehow into not being able to fulfill your purpose or what you're trying to do right now. But it does say, you have the hand here. This is either the hand of the scribe or the hand of the criminal. And to me right now, this is reminding me of that hand signal that says stop, or it's saying stop. So maybe you're having some anxiety and fears about going towards your dream or your life's purpose, or what would bring you fulfillment or quench your thirst in life. but you're afraid of being trapped, or you're afraid of being stopped. But this says to me right now that you can stop it energetically when you start to feel that way, when you start to feel anxious or afraid, or you're just not sure what the heck is going on. You need to stop it. Hold your hand up and stop yourself from doing that. It is important for you to delve into yourself to find out where this comes from and what the originations of it is, so that you can try to heal it or flush it or do something with it or transmute it. However, if you find yourself getting stuck there, clap your hands to knock yourself out of it. You do have a part to play in your life. You are not at the mercy of the universe. You do have an ability to manage or to manipulate, but not in a negative way, just to move things around using your own innate goddess given powers. And if you catch some kind of, this could be you catching something too, or catching somebody. If you've had to deal with some difficult toxic energy, possibly by a Scorpio, or doesn't even have to be a Scorpio, just that scorpion from earlier, you can catch them and put a stop to the situation so you no longer have to have anxiety about it. If something's been kept secret from you, you will catch them and you will find out the truth, and you will be able to make a solid decision on how to move forward with this. I don't know what this has to do with. It could be love, it could be relationships, it could be something else like work, or even an unseen hand that you just sense. But focus on drinking enough water and taking care of yourself and honoring your own emotions, rather than allowing anyone to gaslight you or make you feel like you're just being unreasonable. There is something going on here that you feel deeply that you need to go with. Okay? And let's look at this upside down hanged person, upside down tree. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. Why is this upside down? There it is again. Interesting. Huh. Okay. This is what you're coming away from, or what has just happened already. You have felt held up, or on hold, or like things have been suspended, or it's been hard for you to tune in and really receive some clarity or inspiration about where you're at right now. Dreams may have been weird. You may have been having a lack of sleep or a lack of dreams, and that could be metaphorical and literal. You may be wanting to remember your dreams, but you just can't, or you've been having strange sleeping patterns. It could also be saying that you want to receive vision, but it's slow in coming. Hi.